sun's up.
I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of little spider webs shining and moving that are really low to the ground that you can only see because the sun is hitting it just right.
It was a really nice spot to camp last night. Good morning.
Good morning.
So the 3 pyramids are there on the top of my screen. We have to go around the valley there and get to the north one. That's where we're parked. So,
Vámonos.
allons-y.
Today we have about 9 miles to go back to the car. There is a lot of up and down until we get past Trapper's Butte, but then it's mostly downhill to the car. We're starting today with 2.5 liters of water each, and there are no known water sources on our trail today, but if we see any, we'll show you. We'll also show you any blowdowns, but spoilers, there are 0 today.
I don't know if you can see it as well with this lighting, but it is a beautiful little meadow. Just a couple steps from camp, basically. More this way. That takes you to the Gordon Trailhead that we did not end up having to camp.
Gordon Peak Scar Mountain Trailhead, yeah. And it's a beautiful morning. And I am in shorts and shirt and a little bit chilly, but it's better to start off a little bit cold.
It's so pretty.
So one of the things about camping at that spot was that we were essentially on rock, lava rock, and driving the stakes in was like driving stakes into rock and dulled the stakes very severely. One of them got bent, but it was the only place to camp, so it was still nice. Okay, so we're just a little bit down the trail. I don't know the mileage, but I'll put it on the screen. But there's water here and it's flowing. It's not the deepest, but you can definitely collect it. That's what I say. That tree is gigantic.
Right there, I think some of the zigzags.
Below down at 1.9 from about 1.9 from our campsite. We had to go up and around. Wow.
This is the second half of the alternate switchback.
Yeah, so these are extremely old volcanic rock formations. We are in the old Cascades.
Pretty much level. It's pretty cool with the rock on one side and the trees on the other.
Just came out on this view. It's Mount Hood. Yeah, that's the top of Scar Mountain. Amazing. So that is looking straight down from this shelf. Jefferson. Three-fingered Jack. Mount Washington. And the Three Sisters. And in the foreground is the pyramids, where we're going to. North Pyramid there, the one closest to us, that's where we're parked. This is that giant rock. So we're just sitting here against the rock taking a break at the top of Scar Mountain. And we are choosing to use our dinner that we planned for tonight for our lunch. But it's not lunchtime yet, but we're
We're gonna cold soak it.
Yeah, we're going to start the cold soak now. And then when we do get to a lunch break spot, we'll
It should be ready then.
not have to cook it like we would for dinner.
Right.
So we should be back in a reasonable hour and even be able to get home in time to make our own dinner. So
Yeah, but if for some reason it takes longer, we can always eat lunch for dinner. So
yeah, we could always eat. And we still have lots of dried fruit and snacks. And
we packed too much food probably, but
well,
I would rather pack too much than not enough.
I'll eat it. This is a gorgeous view we got. Let me show you our view. Sitting here on the side of a cliff. So right below is there, I don't know if you can tell, that's the trail that continues on to the right. And it came up there from the left in the shadow there. Yeah. That is gigantic. And then it hit
and slid.
and then slid all the way down there. So this trail, the trail is actually in great shape. The maintenance that's been done is great. That first part between North Pyramid Trailhead and Pyramids Trailhead has some blowdowns. The fire area, the burn zone, does have a couple blowdowns, but for the most part, trail is easy. The trail is in good shape. Other than the fact that there is some parts that are steep, so you got to be prepared for some steep and narrow track. But yeah, here's an example. This has all been cleared. But the other part of this story is the water. Yeah, so we showed the water sources along the trail. This back part, the way that we did it clockwise, this last part has no water. We got 4 liters each, at Pyramid Creek, and we started this morning both with 2.5 liters. Some of that went for breakfast, not very much of it, maybe a couple cups, and we just put a couple cups for cold soaking, but we think we're going to be able to make this just fine back to the car with the water that we picked up there, 4 liters. There's a lot of up and down. If you need more water, you might consider a 5-liter carrying capacity. Looks like quite a climb over there. All right, I'm going to turn off the camera now. All right, let's go. Yeah, rhododendrons are nice. So glad this is cut. Like the downhill much better, but I know after this downhill we got to climb 350 feet to Trapper's Peak.
It's a road. We're headed down the trail. We are starting our last big hill up to Trapper's Butte, and this should be our last really hard hill with a bunch of switchbacks, well, going uphill. And so for the rest of the trip we'll have a bunch of switchbacks at the end going downhill. But this is our last big up. So let's get at it and enjoy the rhododendrons while we're at it. I'm pretty sure that this is an edible mushroom.
This is a lot of up. So that's the trail right there. We just came right here. There's a tent spot and a nice little place to take a lunch break. And I'm gonna go check out the view over here. So this is just out from that spot. Pretty good view. And here we can see the sisters. There you go. Mount Washington and the sisters. So that is Dally Lake right down there. And we are parked just on the other side of it. So hopefully not too much further to go for us. So this would have been our dinner, but this is our lunch, and it's cold soaked couscous, dried dehydrated vegetables, and some sausage that I cut up and put in it. Back on trail, it's 12:15. We had about a 45-minute break, and should be a decent downhill. There's, I think, probably about another 300-foot climb at one point later, but we'll see. Man, this view is great.
Most of the uphill's done.
Yeah, there's Jefferson. It's a nice shot. Poles to help me downhill or my knees suffer. That's a North Pyramid right in front of us.
There's an alternate this way now.
So this new trail is just cutting the switchback, which was right here, and this is regular trail. So it's pretty, just a new trail for all that to go
Kind
down.
of nice though. You got that log. That trail's not going to deviate anytime soon.
We just came up a pretty steep climb, and we get to go down and up another one, but I think that's the last one, and then it's all downhill. I mean, generally it's downhill today, but there has been a lot of short but steep climbs.
Okay, we have just started our big downhill for the day, and it's mostly switchbacks downhill at this point. We're going to reach the first of many in a minute, and then we'll be at the car. So how are your knees feeling at the top, honey?
Oh, good, because I have the poles now, so it's a lot nicer. So we've gone 7.88 miles, average moving speed 1.9, and we've done 1,580 feet ascent and 1,580 feet of descent so far today.
Okay, well, let's get that descent number a lot higher now.
This forest is pretty nice. Old growth trees, mostly shade. As long as it's downhill.
That was made a long time ago.
Check it out, somebody made a seat. We should be getting close. Don't know exactly, but we're getting there.
About a half mile or less.
Half mile or less, she says. So the main trail is going forward into that sun, but this marker shows a trail, and we think it's going down to Dowley Lake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look. I'm not going far.
What'd you see?
So there's pink tags and some trail maintenance, so it does look like it goes down to the lake, but I'm not going very far down it, and I want to get home. Let's get back on the main trail.
Let's go. Okay, we're almost to the trailhead. You can see the road there. Not too shabby. There's our car.
I see the car!
That's where the trail comes out there. And that's where we started going on the trail on Friday. Completed the entire loop.
$23.15. $22.91. Okay. This is what happens when you take really white shoes in the backcountry for 2 days.
Your hat's flipped up, but we made it. We're back. We'll put the statistics on the screen. It was a good trip. The elevation was not what Gaia had predicted
No,
when trying to map it out.
it was more
that's
like
good.
6,000.
It was less, 6,500 maybe. But it was a fun trip. So a couple highlights. We saw our first bear
Yes.
in the wild.
I would do this again.
Yeah.
Not right away, but I would do this again.
It's a good workout. Some of those views were amazing of the mountains, Cascades, but What else happened? We figured out water carries a little bit.
Yeah. Some of the views were really quite more beautiful than I was expecting them being out here. Yeah, it was overall, it was a really awesome trip.
And we saw
Seriously though, the rhododendrons in full bloom, we couldn't have timed this better to come out here, because the whole trip there was rhododendrons all over.
We had our first water crossing where we had to actually walk through in our shoes, or wade in the water.
More than just like a step.
Yeah.
This was like a
fun.
full-on water crossing. It was cool. I mean, it wasn't that deep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think at any point it would have gone below your or above your knee if you'd even stepped in a deep part.
We only saw 2 backpackers, and they were doing the loop, the same thing,
In the opposite
clockwise,
direction, yeah.
opposite of us. We were going counterclockwise, and
The 2
we
mountain
saw
bikers
2 mountain bikers on a section that were just doing a section.
and trail crew.
Non-assist mountain bikes, and then the trail crew on e-bikes that were cutting at chainsaws and were cutting down blowdowns.
So
3 of them. There was 3 people there.
with the amount of blowdowns that there obviously was here, the trail crew that's cleaning up, the volunteers that are cleaning up this area, they have done an amazing job. And I have to say, thank you, because even though there was stuff that we had to go over,
No
at
trail's
times,
perfect all the time.
It was really nice for what had obviously come down.
Just plan your water carries.
Yeah, plan your water carries for that back half.
When we got here, she was out of water, and I had literally when we got back here, she was drinking off of mine, but I only had about 1/3 of a liter left.
Yeah, we did well.
Yeah.
I think getting the 4 liters at Pyramid Creek, that last water carry with the direction that we went, was good. Otherwise, if you were going the opposite direction, make sure you leave.
Temperature in the 70s.
Make sure you leave with a lot of water, and plan to not have water until at the very earliest was a teeny tiny creek right near Gordon.
Hey, you know what's right behind us? Air conditioning.
Air conditioning and water
And water.
and junk food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we will see you next time.
Thank you for watching. Hey, subscribe if you can. Hit that button. Yeah. All right.
Vámonos.
I won't see you.